Hello there, YouTube. Here recently, Privateer Press has come out with a new policy about online sales and shops and what they deem free riders or freeloaders. Um, Essentially, what this policy said, at least in the press release that I got my hands on, was that they would be targeting those people who were doing very deep discounts to their product and being free riders or taking advantage of other stores' work to create a meta and selling to them at a much cheaper rate. The stores that come to mind for most of us, Discount Games Incorporated, uh, you know, Miniature Market, the War Store, most of these places would sell at about 25 to 30% discount. As you can see from the pictures, I have bought a lot of models over the years. This isn't even half of what I've sold off and traded everywhere else. Uh, the main issue with this is that they're trying to support the brick and mortars. They're trying to make it so that people buy from the brick and mortar stores more often and allow the brick and mortars to stay open, because a lot of us go there to have our games, and I have never once been charged for going to an open play event or just calling the shop and say, hey, do you have a table that me and a buddy of mine can come set up for a couple hours and get a game in on? Most shops are very open to me coming, or anybody else coming and gaming inside of their store. Generally, that's so that you buy something while you're there, and I do endeavor, if I'm using a store's property or resources, to buy something from them. Now, normally it's not the big, heavy gargantuans or battle engines or stuff of that nature. But what I do like to do is at least buy something while I'm in the store. Paints, blister pack of a model, that sort of thing. There's been a lot of kickback, at least against Privateer Press, from a lot of the forums and a lot of arguments about support the brick and mortar or online retailers. Now, I'm not going to have the support brick and mortar online retailers debate right here, right now, because that's another video entirely. What I am going to discuss is Privateer Press. What they're doing, I kind of disagree with. I like it and I don't like it. The reason I like it, it tries to push back against the online retailers who are just going to use their low overhead and everything else. Problem is, you've got people like Discount Games Incorporated, who I know personally for a fact do a lot to support the meta, to put out episodes of Chain Attack and battle reports, and just do a lot for this game as a whole. But since they're gonna quote them on what prices they can discount, they're essentially controlling what they can sell the items for, and that I disagree with, because if I buy something at whatever the retail cost is, say $2, or the wholesale cost is, say $2, and I decide that everybody else may be selling it for $8, but I'm going to sell it to you for $5, that's me as a businessman's decision. It's not somebody else's place to say what I should sell my product for. I mean, beyond they can charge me what they want at the distributor, but they shouldn't be telling me what I can sell it for. If I can make a profit and keep my doors open and I'm selling it for 1% above what the wholesale cost is, that's nobody's business but my own. Now, granted, the people who have brick and mortar stores, they have bills, they have employees, they have all this overhead they have to cover, so they have to mark their stuff up more. Online retailers don't, because sometimes they don't have a brick and mortar, or they just have a big warehouse and they have a game store in the front, or whatever you want to call it. They have an advantage in that they don't have to market those items at the same cost. Personally, I enjoy brick and mortars. I like going to them, and a lot of people have said it in other podcasts and other forum debates that the main issue is they never have the stock in, or they're on back order, or the urge buy isn't there, or I have to pay, if I know I can go online and get it even after shipping for about $20 cheaper than I can buy it here online, here in the store. Why am I going to pay for it in the store when for that other $20 I can buy a solo, a warlock, a blister of something? It's a really old debate. I applaud Privateer Press for trying to support the brick and mortars and trying to get people to do what they need to do. As far as we game there, we should, support the stores. But in my opinion, that's a player's decision of where they want to spend their money. If I want to go online and pay 30% less for a product, then I have every right in this country and in most around the world as a consumer to say, okay, I'm going to pay 30% less, which means I can buy something extra that I couldn't have otherwise gotten. Again, it's that age-old debate, brick and mortar versus online. Now, before anybody thinks that Privateer Press is going to GW, they're not. They don't have a website on their store where you can buy direct for them at flat retail. They also haven't said no online sales at all. You can still get a 10% discount, which is from what Jay of Discount Games Incorporated has been saying, is counted as not being outside of the realm of where it needs to be. Apparently at 10% is what they're quoting him at, so that's what he started marking his stuff at, and he changed his prices before this list even went out to the distributors. And all of this will depend on the distributors saying, yes, we agree, we will ship the items later for them that don't abide by this rule. Again, it's an old debate. I just feel like Privateer may be shooting themselves in the foot by doing this, but you're still going to have sites like eBay, from the looks of it, Miniature Market's pushing back really hard and deciding that we're going to continue to sell Privateer Press products at a really deep discount no matter what. And again, that's their business. They have the right to fight back against it. Part of me agrees with them, part of me doesn't. So what do y'all think as a community? Let's get a little bit of discussion going here in the comments. Keep it civil. Do y'all think this is good for the meta? Do you think this is good for the game as a whole? Do you think it'll push people back into the stores? Or do you think this is going to push people away from the game? Also, what do you think stores should do to keep people interested? Could they market a 10% discount, maybe a 15 to 20% discount on bigger purchases? Like if you were going to spend, buy a completely new army at 250 point list, you can easily drop $500 on that. Do you think the stores should start covering a discount and saying, hey, if you buy from us and let us do this, we'll cut you a 10-15% discount? What do y'all think? Let me know. Have a good one.